to have these discussions on these two major issues.
Speaking during the meeting, Education Cabinet Secretary Ambassador Amina Mohammed acknowledged the fact that university education has witnessed rapid growth in the last 5 years, occasioned by increased student enrollment, programs and faculties.
The fact that our public universities have grown from 7 to 31 in a very short period of time, and that we've had a 400% increment, right, in the number of universities we have. The fact that because of that, actually access to university education became much better.
Vice Chancellor Laikipia University.
However, the rapid expansion has brought with it challenges. To this, the CS noted that the expansion has compromised the quality of services in universities due to financial constraints.
One of the things that I noticed as soon as I came in was that you continued admitting students even as your situation worsened, right? And I made a comment that no other institution does that. Actually, nobody else does that, not even at the level of our homes. Yeah? You don't continue incurring expenditure that you actually don't have. You don't continue using resources that aren't available to you. So that's one of the things that we'll have to address. How do we ensure that the resources that we have, are able to train the human resources that you're trying to train in your universities?
It was actually most of the cuts which came as a result of...
Further to this, she went ahead to challenge the universities to align their programs to the current and future market demands.
What do we do to rationalize? And I think a better case would be made if, in the recommendations that were made, you aligned your programs, right, to the demands of the market. Because there's a total mismatch. I had told somebody 50%, Professor Dwell, and he said, no, it's actually more than 50%. More than 50% of the capacity that you're producing, right, is not actually able to access jobs on our market. So we're teaching programs that are not useful for the economy of our country, because as you know, our economy has been moving very, very fast. But also, we're entering a fourth industrial revolution period, yeah? And there are specific programs that we need to be able to participate and to exploit the opportunities that will be present in this fourth industrial revolution. Somebody said before that we were left behind by the first one, the second one, and the third one, and that we must make sure that we are actually fully prepared for this fourth industrial revolution. So the alignment of your programs to the demands of the market, I think that also is key.
Vice Chancellor.
While expansion has increased access to university education for Kenyans, Ambassador Amina says the government will uphold moratorium on charters. This is to give the established universities a firm foundation before further expansion is done.
As you actually probably know, there was a moratorium that was issued on the establishment of new institutions, and if they're already established, on the issuance of charters, right? That moratorium will continue for a while. We will also be discouraging the establishment of constituent colleges, because we must make sure that you do not continue facing these challenges that you're facing right now.
One of the ceilings, our work is to make sure that...
Though Ambassador Amina Mohammed had to leave for different engagement, and as such, the deliberations and recommendations of the meeting will be forwarded to her before she meets the respective parliamentary committees. It is the hope of all stakeholders that the much-needed overhaul in the higher education sector will happen sooner rather than later.
Make your case clear, you can be heard. Otherwise, with those few remarks,